What's up, everybody? This is Master Gamer, and welcome to the Overwatch 2 shop update for Tuesday, July 1st. Yes, it is the G.I. Joe collab, and we're going to be jumping right on in, taking a look at all the new skins and everything else that might be here today. So there we go. There's the 5 bundles, the mega bundle at the top. Academy skins are still here, but let's just dive right in and have a little look-see at these skins, why don't we? So first up, we have Baroness Widowmaker, part of the Cobra team. Yeah, not my skin. As I've talked about before, I'm not personally attached to G.I. Joe. I don't have any big sentiments toward it, and that extends largely to the skins we're getting here in this collab. I think they're cool. I think they're fine for what they are, but personally, not my interest. But I know there are a lot of people who are super excited for these, so either way, we're going to take a quick little tryout here, see if there's any unique sound effects or visual effects for any of these skins. So there she is to start.
I aim to devastate. Superbe.
So I'm not hearing anything unique. Let's try the ultimate.
No one can hide from my sight. Such naivety. Now I truly feel alive.
Alright, so I'm not hearing any unique sounds or voice lines right off the bat here. There could be some that are more subtle or only occasionally trigger.
A little surprise. Level double
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and assume that there's nothing then, at least for her. I'll take a look at all of them as we go through the list of characters in the bundle, but if, it ends up being that there's just no unique voice lines or sound effects for any of them, then I'm probably just going to cut out those practice range bits. Or I guess I could at least show the first-person view of the different weapons, but either way, we're going to move on next to Cobra Commander, which is probably my favorite, and that's largely because Cobra's the one character I kind of recognize from G.I. Joe, and I think it fits Reaper so well. Honestly, I really like the detailing of this. The dagger on his leg there is neat. I like how they do the cloak, too, with the Cobra design. Pretty cool looking, actually. Then you have a look at the shotgun there. Yeah, and let's have a quick little tryout then, see how it sounds for him.
You can't escape death. Ashes to ashes. Death stops for no one. Death appears.
Alright, so seems nothing special for him either. Which takes us on then to Destro Doomfist. Another one that, for me personally, I don't find to be that exciting, but I can always appreciate the detailing of it. I do like the integration of the Cobra detailing on the gauntlet. I think that actually looks pretty cool. And you have little accessories like the sidearm and everything. I think it's good. Again, if you're a fan of the series, or the multiple series, I guess. If you're a G.I. Joe fan, I should say, then this is probably going to be a skin that's more interesting to you. But let's go ahead and jump on in to the practice range, see if there's anything unique. I'm not thinking there is going to be at this point, but I guess we can at least see the first-person view.
Will be forged in conflict. Ready for a knockout? A fatal flaw. Meteor strike. Why run?
Yep, seems like there's nothing unique, but you can at least get a sense for the first-person POV here. That then takes us onto the first G.I. Joe faction skin. It is weird to me how there's only 2 G.I. Joe skins and then 3 Cobra skins. Feels a little unbalanced there, but I guess it is what it is. But here we go, we have Scarlet Freya, which is perhaps my favorite skin aesthetically in the lineup, also largely because Freya is a newer hero, doesn't have a ton of skins yet. And I just really like the colors of it, the sort of like rescue yellow, I guess you could call it. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good for her. You got the cloak and everything, you get the crossbow, you get a close up here. I like the design of it. I think it looks pretty cool. So yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty good skin for Freya. I'll quickly try it out as well. I'm not expecting there to be anything unique based on the other ones, but we can at least see how it sounds.
I always deliver. Never stood a chance.
Give you a sense for the first person at the very least. So there we go. That's basically the gist of it. And that takes us then to the final new skin here, Snake Eyes Genji. I think this is going to be a lot of people's favorites. Snake Eyes, from my understanding, is a pretty popular character from the series. And I gotta say, he does look really good. Granted, Genji already has a lot of really cool skins at this point, but this is definitely another one that fits him and does look very cool. So look at the knife there, the shurikens, and then the dragon blade, which does have a pretty cool design there with that red edge to it. Definitely a cool looking skin. And again, we can take a quick little tryout. At this point, not expecting anything special or unique, but just to see the first person view of it and get the little intro of it there.
Show me what you're made of.
And there you go.
A simple victory.
Beyond just the skins, though, we of course have a number of other cosmetics to have a little look at. So we get the highlight intros, living weapon. It's actually a fun one. I really like that. I feel like the highlight intros for collabs are often pretty good, so glad to see this is no exception. Then we get the Cobra.
Cobra.
You gotta get that Cobra Commander pose, whatever you'd call it. I'm glad he has that.
Cobra! Cobra!
Alright, that's fun. I don't know if this is something that, like, the characters in G.I. Joe actually do, per se. I'm gonna assume it is. Either way, it is very funny.
Yo, Joe! Yo, Joe!
That's pretty great. I'm sad Genji doesn't have one. Granted, he has the highlight intro, but, like, I think it would have been fun if he'd had an emote too, just saying. And then we get the victory pose. Destro with the briefcase. Royal Radical. Silent Warrior. Think Fast. Total Domination. I like how the cloak is sort of like flayed out there. And then name cards, we get Baroness, Cobra Commander, Destro, Scarlet, Snake Eyes, and then player icons, Baroness, Cobra Commander, Destro, Scarlet, and Snake Eyes. And then we get a bunch of voice lines. So let's go through and listen to these.
A deal with Talon?
Balderdash.
Such bottomless stupidity.
I hate this job.
Beauty's only skin deep, but lethal goes clean to the bone.
All's fair in love and war.
I'm going to make you wish you'd never seen me.
Yo, Joe!
You fools.
All right, they got a good selection of voice lines there. And that does it for everything in the bundle itself. 5,900 Overwatch coins, 5 skins, an emote and or a highlight intro for each of them, plus the victory poses and all that. yeah, if you're a G.I. Joe fan, this is probably a cool collection of things to get. I do want to look at the challenges specifically. Okay, because there are some extra things we can get. So first up, we get the G.I. Joe title. And then we also get the sprays for Freya and Reaper. And we get voice lines.
What's so funny? Stand and fight, you cowards.
I like how Reaper's VA is like kind of doing a Cobra Commander voice with it too. That's pretty great.
Now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
I will avenge this insult. How dare you do that? Get off my screen. You'll be deader than disco.
I'm going to assume that the majority of these are references to the actual series, things that Cobra Commander actually says. Again, I don't know personally, but I'm going to assume that's the case. And then we get the Cold Slither spray, the Snake Eyes Genji spray, Baroness spray, the Cobra Emblem weapon charm, the Destro spray, and then
Premature panic is the sign of an immature mind. Doomfist does not celebrate until his wars are won.
all right, there we go. There we go. And I believe that is going to do it for everything we have here today. We do still have the power-up challenges running, so you do have another week still to finish these. But now we have these, and in terms of the challenges, yeah, they basically boil down to just playing the matches. There's a few that's like specific things like mitigating damage and whatnot, but it's largely just, you know, play the game and you'll get the challenges done, which is usually how it works. And on that note, thank you all so much for watching. Definitely let me know your thoughts on the G.I. Joe, or should I say Cobra collab, seeing as there's more Cobra than Joe skins here. Either way, let me know your thoughts on the collab in the comments down below. Are these skins you're going to be picking up for yourself, or they're ones that you're excited for? Or maybe you're kind of like me and just were never into G.I. Joe, and so this is one that just doesn't quite itch your fancy, so to say. Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. And as always, be sure to subscribe, hit up that bell icon, follow me on X, and join my Discord server to hang out and never miss any future Overwatch 2 news, streams, and other content. Special thanks to my YouTube channel members who help make these videos possible, and if you'd like to join them to earn some cool rewards, then just hit that join button down below. Otherwise, this is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.